What is going on, everybody? This is John J. Gaming on the mic, coming at you guys with another episode of the Bluffton University Dynasty here on NCAA 14. This is John J. Gaming on the mic, and today we have one of the best rivalries in all of college football within the state of Ohio, as we have Defiance College hosting our Bluffton University Beavers. The battle for the hammer. Should be a good one, man. So if you're excited about today's rivalry game, do me a favor and please smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're new. Let's go ahead and get this game underway. So here we go. We got ourselves the battle of the hammer, one of the best rivalries in all of college football. To begin this thing, man, we actually are starting off with the ball. Going to be rocking and rolling with the offense. Going to be really interesting to see how this game turns out, just because both of us have all walk-on players. Neither one of us has a scholarship player. Look at what we do. We throw an interception, and honestly, it's not IT's fault. You know, not the greatest throw in the world, but Kurt White could have fought for that ball a little bit more. So we give Defiance College the football. So let's see how their first possession turns out as they go over the middle to Dawson. He's able to pick up 6 yards on that one. Dawson actually listed as the backup quarterback, but they also have him play at wide receiver as well. But we'll see. We'll take a look at, that'll be interesting to dynamic to see how things go down as Defiance College, man, off a halfback screen, able to pick up 25 yards on that one. So huge play by the Yellow Jackets, but we do get him to a 3rd and long once again as we force pressure, and it looks like Nate McDonald, our safety, comes up in there, makes a sack. And then look at this, they're also going to send the field goal unit out, trying to get this kick up. It's no good, and so Antoine Hayden's going to try to return this thing back. Probably would have been better off, maybe just letting them miss it and then take over from there. But hey, man, you know me. I like to play aggressive. But we do go 3 and out on our next possession, though. And so Defiance College is going to have the football right back. At least we didn't turn the ball over this time, but a slow start for our offense. It's now a 2nd and 3 coming up for the Yellow Jackets. Going to try to go up the middle with Eric Woods. He's able to pick a few more yards on that one. Is now 1st and 10. Going to Moore once again. I just completely miss. And we're going to pay for it, too. He's got a convoy. He almost, was just a few guys away from getting into the end zone. He had the blockers. Just the blocking after he got the convoy wasn't that great. So now 3rd and 13 coming up. Let's see if we can force these guys off the field once again. It's now 3rd and 13. Clay Moore ready to drop back the pass. They're going to try to go towards the end zone. It's a little short, but Dawson is able to make the catch, though. And the Yellow Jackets of Defiance College are going to take a 7-0 lead. We'll see how we can respond, though. First play, trying to throw the out route. Look what we do. We throw another interception, and this time it's just miscommunication. IT Thomas thought he was going to go, deeper than what he actually did. Maybe he cut a little bit early. Don't know what went on between him and DJ Logana. But either way, another turnover for the Beavers as Defiance College is going to have the football right back. They're going to be rocking and rolling down the field as well, already with a 2nd and short. As Haynes is going into motion, probably a read option, as Woods is able to take the carry. Eric Woods able to get to just about the 20-yard line. So now the Yellow Jackets are in the red zone once again. Going to try to get it to the outside to Woods, who's got some blockers. He almost gets there, actually. A 14-yard gain. So now 2 plays later, 2nd goal. Dawson, who has the receiving touchdown, now has a rushing score as well on top of that. And so Defiance College, man, up 14-0 already. We'll see how we can respond to that. Gotts definitely has some work to do as we almost throw an interception again. Jimmy Silva could have had his 2nd pick, but thankfully dropped it this time around. As we're going to try to throw for it on 2nd and 10. Trying to get it to Kurt White on the crosser. That is incomplete though. As now we got 3rd and long coming up. Definitely need to make a play here because it just has not been happening so far today. IT Thomas going to try to scramble out. He's got a man downfield though, and Josh Gates somehow comes down with it though. I don't know how he caught it. I'm not going to complain though. A 34-yard cane that keeps the chains moving. Now our offense is getting some momentum. DJ Wogana makes a man miss, making number 45 look silly. What a way to get your first catch too, and making a highlight play like that. So now we got 1st and 10 again. Going to try to throw it once again, but this time they bring pressure right up the middle as well. Keenan Burnett gets the sack. And so not a great start for us overall. Defiance College has a 14-0 lead, but we'll get on the board in the 2nd quarter. Just wait. So let's live up to that expectation. 3rd and long. 3rd and 15. Got to see if we can convert here. IT looking around. Going to try to throw it over the middle. He's got Kurt White. And just like that, first play of the 2nd quarter, the Beavers are in. Kurt White with the first score for the Bluffton Beavers today. So the lead is now cut to 14-7. As now we see the Defiance College offense back on the field. Kurt Moore going to try to scramble, and actually he's going to get the first down and a little bit more after that. Clay Moore able to pick up 16 yards on that scamper. Doesn't have a very good arm whatsoever. This is, of course, the worst quarterback that we have faced the entire season. Yes, even worse than the FCS team that we played in our very first game as an FBS squad. So a lot of screens, just got to make sure to slow it down. Is now 3rd and 3, going to try to throw it to the right-hand side. He had a man, but just overthrew him. They're going to decide to kick it once again. A very long field goal. They missed the first one, and are going to miss the second one as well. Doesn't even reach the back of the end zone either. Just one of those kicks where you knew it wasn't going to be good as soon as the ball was out of the foot, I guess. So Bluffton takes over. We have an opportunity here to go ahead and try and tie this game up once again. IT doesn't like what he saw with the read option, so switches it to a regular run play to Chris McLean, and the audible does work out pretty well, able to pick up 6 yards on that one. So you love to see that. IT Thomas reading the defense, taking what they're giving him. As we're going to try to run the football again now, 2nd and 4. McLean now bouncing it to the outside. He's got some space out there. Although 45 lets him up like a Christmas tree. 11-yard gain though for Chris McLean. You love to see that as the Beavers are driving downfield again. As IT going to try to kick up some run yards himself. He gets a 15-yard gain as well. Secondary doing a good job of covering. As we continue to drive down this field, Brett Carter going to take the carry now. First carry today for our backup tailback, who was able to pick up 6 yards on that one. As now 3rd and 4 coming up. IT set to drop back. The pass going to get it to Kurt White, and this time the pass is on target. Last time we ran that little crossing route, it did not work out for us. It was incomplete. But this time it works out for us, so we're able to pick up the first down, and we're in the red zone. Just a handful of yards away from being able to tie this ball game for the very first time today. So let's see if we can do it. 2nd and 4, going to call the read option. IT has some space and has the blockers, and IT is untouched in the end zone. Great execution by the Bluffton offense, and just like that, the battle of the hammer is now tied at 14 apiece. And look at this, we also force a punt going 3 and out as Antoine Hayden fumbles the ball at first. But it's going to work out though. He's able to get to the outside. Not much space left to work with. Only one man to beat, tries to juke him and is forced out of bounds eventually. And so, great field position again. Going to go over the middle to Josh Gates, who breaks a couple of tackles and makes the field position turn to 6 points instantly. IT Thomas with his 2nd touchdown pass of the first half. As Bluffton now takes a 21-14 lead. As Clay Moore and company is back on the field for their next drive. they find themselves down for the very first time today. You know, ever since going up 14-0, Bluffton has certainly responded. Now with 21 unanswered points, we'll see if Defiance can break it. As Claymore does scramble to the outside to pick up the first down. We'll see what else they have planned. Another halfback screen works out for Eric Woods, who does pick up a first down himself, as they do get into field goal range for their kicker, who has struggled thus far in this ball game, 0 for 2 on field goals. So I'm sure if your Defiants are looking to get closer, you know, as long as you don't get any mistakes here, as they have a 3rd and 7 now. As Moore going to try to drop back the pass, tries to scramble to the outside. He's got some space once again, but he won't get to the first down marker this time around. As the Defiance kicker going to try to get this in through the uprights. Easier than it sounds, although there's a penalty on the play. Who they're going to call it? I saw a couple of our guys jumping off sides, but they don't call it on us though, thankfully. So Defiance is backed up 5 yards. We're going to try to kick it regardless though, as the kick is up, but it doinks out. The kick is no good once again. And so for the 3rd time in a row, the Defiance kicker misses. And with 40 seconds left, Bluffton has the football. We'll see if we can carry some positive momentum into the second half. So we try to throw deep for Tommy Marks, who doesn't see the ball was released. So it does go down as an incompletion. It's now 2nd and 10. Thomas looking around, going to move it in the pocket a little bit, but finally get it to Bill Watkins, though, who picks up 19 on that one. Bluffton calling a hurry-up offense, so want to try to save those timeouts if we can, as we do throw to Tommy Marks once again. This time he drops the ball. At least he initially caught it this time around. As now 2nd and 10. Thomas going over the middle, finds Antoine Hayden, who breaks a tackle, is able to get across the first down marker. Although it does come with a little bit of a price, he got hurt on that play. So that does force us to use a timeout as we try to go to Tommy Marks once again, and what a play! Tommy Marks went up and grabbed that thing. And so in the red zone once again, IT Thomas looking, trying to get to Tommy Marks, see if he can make its 2nd great grab. Can't quite happen for us though. So now we got 2nd and 10, probably our last offensive play of this first half. Thomas is looking, going to try to throw it over the middle, but it's off the mark. And so the Beavers are going to settle for a field goal, but a great way to end the first half though. 24 unanswered points. Second half coming very soon. So second half of play is officially underway. Let's see what the Defiance College Yellow Jackets can do with their first drive of the second half, as they do start with the football this time around. It's now 2nd and 10 coming up. Somebody moving on the line, who they're going to call it on, and they're going to call it on the Yellow Jackets once again. So a 5-yard penalty for Defiance. Going to knock them back a little bit, so now they're facing 2nd and 15. Moore set to drop back the pass, and it's another halfback screen. It's got all the space in the world and the blockers too. Lamont Fields, the last line of defense, and brings him out of bounds, thankfully. But a huge gain for Defiance nonetheless, as they are in business. Going to the right-hand side, beautiful throw to Demetrius Haynes, who's able to pick up 16. As now a few plays later, 3rd and 10. Moore dropping back. He's looking over the middle to Dion Dawson, but can't quite haul it in. So Defiance College settles for a field goal. So it's back to a 24-17 game, 1 possession. Let's see how the Beavers can respond, though this could help us here. Antoine Hayden with some space on the outside, able to try to fake out the kicker briefly. And so we get to the midfield, and ever since those interceptions in the beginning, the Bluffton offense has been on fire. We have scored in 4 straight possessions. Let's see if we can make it 5, though, as we go over the middle to Antoine Hayden. He turns out to be okay, as you saw from that kick return as well. He was hurt before the end of the first half, but now he's fine. He's just got some stem and ice between in the locker room. As now 2nd and 1, IT Thomas taking the read option, going out of bounds too. Got to save that body because we still have games to play after this. It's now a few plays later, 3rd and 3 coming up. Going to hand the ball off to Brett Carter. Going to try to pick up the first down marker, but the Defiance College defense does stand up, though. But look at this. We're going to go ahead and go for it here. We love to be aggressive here, and today is no exception. And it's going to work out well. IT might get into the end zone, but is just short. So now, 1st and goal. Josh Gates in motion. Looking around. Going to get it to Brett Carter. Can he spin to the end zone? No, he cannot. He's going to be sucked up by the 1-yard line monster, though. It's now a couple plays later, and we now experiencing a 3rd and goal. IT going to hand the ball. No, he's going to fake it. He's going to bring it in himself for a touchdown. The 2nd rushing score of the game for the son of St. Thomas legend, Isaiah Thomas, from the St. Thomas Dynasty here on this channel. And on top of that, getting to the end zone too also makes it a 2-score game once again, as the game is now favoring the Bluffton Beavers. Haven't been able to save that a lot this season. It's now 1st and 10. Clay Moore taking the read option, is going to pick up 5 yards before being brought down by defensive captain Sean McGee, who is one of the best players on this defense this season. We'll see if he can help make this stand again for 3rd down. We don't. And then on top of that, not only do we allow the 1st down, but we also have a face mask that is going to be called on Antoine Hayden. So now, 2 plays later, 2nd and 8. Moore looking around, going to get it to Watts, who gets into the end zone too. Touchdown Defiance, and they're able to come up with an answer. Defiance College pulling back to a 1-possession game. We certainly have ourselves an exciting ball game for the inaugural Battle of the Hammer. As a 1st and 10 coming up, the Bluffton Beaver offense is back on the field, and we're starting off hot once again. An 18-yard gain by Antoine Hayden going to get us started, but we can switch things up. We can actually run in this game, as IT Thomas able to break a tackle, refuses to be brought down for a loss, and turns it into positive yardage in the process. It's now facing a 3rd and 4. Let's see if we can convert. IT looking around, gonna get it to Tyson. Leroy Tyson getting his first catch of the game and getting a 1st down in the process. So let's see if we can finish it though. IT trying to get it over to Antoine Hayden, who does get out of bounds and pick up a few yards in the process. But hey man, that is going to end the 3rd quarter though, and Bluffton carrying a 31-24 lead in the Battle of the Hammer. We'll see if Bluffton can take it home in this final quarter. So with all that being said though, welcome to the 4th quarter of play, as we start things off with Antoine Hayden gain, who's able to make quite a difference on the offensive side of the ball. Another 18-yard gain. Antoine Hayden really showing out both sides of the ball in this game, as we have Armin the Tank Johnson in the game now, the 3rd-string tailback. And look at this. You can see why they call him the Tank. He just refuses to go down, as Armin Johnson is still in the game. Do they go to him? No, they don't. But Thomas will try to throw it, but he gets hit as he's thrown, and they're going to call it an incompletion. So now, 3rd and 2. Got a different tailback in the game, Brett Jefferson. Although you don't go to him, it's the IT show today, and he bullies a guy on the Defiance defense on his way to his 3rd rushing touchdown of his game. Bluffton now up 38-24. So now Defiance College really needing to get an answer going here. We'll see if they can get it as they try to throw deep, but look who it is. Custom recruit John Carey with the 1st turnover of the day for this Bluffton defense. And Justin Carey in the process picking up some good yards on that return, setting up the Bluffton offense beautifully. We'll see if we can turn that into points though, as IT will drop back the pass. Throw it to Josh Gates, who breaks a tackle and is going to just stride into the end zone with ease. And so an instant touchdown for the Beavers once again. 6 more points. And it's just turning into a slaughterhouse in favor of the Beavers. As Defiance College, man, in the second half just simply doesn't know what to do. As now they got a 2nd and 1 coming up. They're going to move Matt Graham in motion. Going to be a play action too. As a tight window to Kurt White. Somehow able to squeeze it up in there for a huge first down. We'll see if we can have more success with that play though as we try to go to him again. Sean McGee this time running the route and nearly getting to the end zone himself. We threw that ball a little bit sooner. He was in. But it's all good in the hood though because Matt Graham idealing that fullback U. And that's going to do it here, man. Bluffton University wins the inaugural Battle of the Hammer. The first time these two teams have met as FBS teams. They've had a good rivalry in Division 3, and that's going to still continue in this series for sure. But Bluffton University is going to win the first round, winning by a final score of 52-24. A great win for the Beavers, that's for sure. So not gonna lie, that first quarter I thought they were gonna have us. They had 14 unanswered points to start the first quarter, but then we came back right back and gave them the old razzle dazzle, giving 24 unanswered points in the second quarter. They started to inch closer, you know, starting up in the second half, but then we finished really strong. 21 straight unanswered points to end the football game, and we got a great win because of that. Meanwhile, checking out the stats for our guys, and IT Thomas was the man at quarterback today. He had a shaky start. He had 2 interceptions that led to that Defiance College 14-0 lead, but then after that, he was mistake-free. 21 for 33, 319 yards, and had 3 touchdowns through the air. And not only did he get it done with the passing attack, he also got it done with his legs as well. He had 9 carries for 68 yards and also had 3 touchdowns as well. He wasn't the only person to find the end zone though, as Matt Graham, our fullback from the great state of Massachusetts, was able to find the end zone as well on his only carry of this ball game. You love to see it. Recreate a little bit of the UGF FBU. The receivers didn't get a lot of action like they usually do, but we didn't have to. Antoine Hayden, who ironically plays cornerback, you know, was our leading receiver today. He had 5 catches, the most out of anybody on the squad for 68 yards. A pretty good performance if I say so myself, but did not find the end zone. The 2 cats that did find the end zone was Josh Gates, who had a great day today. 4 catches for 85 yards, and then same thing with Kurt Wright, who had 3 catches, 48 yards, and 1 touchdown as well. Good job for our receivers overall today. Defensively, the tackles were split up pretty well, as they weren't on the field too terribly much. Terry Riley, Sean McGee, and Barrett Baker all led the team in tackles with 5 tackles apiece among all of those cats. Terry Riley, though, was having himself a day, however. He had 4 TFLs, so he was in this backfield all day long and was also able to get a sack. And just in general, we got to quarterback plenty of times today. Terry Riley also got a sack. Sean McGee got a sack. Nate McDonald even got a sack. And Justin Carey, the custom recruit on the defensive side of the ball, got a sack. And he also had our lone turnover today and was able to return that thing back for a grand total of 13 yards. So since we had that double-digit victory against Defiance College, we did unlock a new state that we will now be able to recruit in, and we chose to go with the state of Florida. We have slightly more guys down there, and realistically, I know my university would more likely go after guys from the state of Florida than from the state of California. So to keep it realistic with our actual Bluffton University football team, shout out to those guys, I'm gonna unlock the state of Florida, and these are the 5 guys that we are interested in. Now, because Florida is a pipeline state, we are able to go after 2-star prospects, so long as they're interested in us within the state of Florida. So these are the guys that we went after. First guy I found was Peter Davis, a halfback from High Point, Florida. You know, 6'1", 206, and you know, he's got some decent stuff. He's only having 50% scouted, so don't know what else he can do, but you know, he looks pretty promising, and we are his first scholarship offer. I also wanted to bolster up the offensive line, so Joel Hawley was a guy that showed interest to us, and we might have some interest back in him. 6'7", 285 pounds. He is also partially scouted. He has good run blocking. Definitely love to see that. Has decent athleticism as well. 61 speed, 82 acceleration, and decent stamina as well. Could be a decent guy for us. Now the problem is we do have quite a bit of a problem. Looks like Georgia, Florida, and Georgia Tech are all guys that are legitimately interested in him, although they haven't offered athletic scholarships just yet. But between the teams that did offer scholarships, us and Oregon have offered scholarships, and we're currently ahead of Oregon as of right now. Will be interesting to see if we can actually get this guy or not. Dan Patrick is another guy from Color Ridge, Florida. He's a pocket passer, and right now it doesn't look too great. He does have nice throw accuracy, 72 throw accuracy, which would be nice for us, but doesn't look very athletic, so we'll see. Probably be the backup quarterback unless things dramatically change. He has another scholarship offer from Texas State, so it looks like it'll be a recruiting battle for him, but it'll be some good depth regardless, so that we could always utilize, in that quarterback room. Brandon Burns is a punter from Bradenton, Florida. The first kicker/punter that we found that was not a JUCO transfer. And he looks pretty promising, 64 overall. Has good acceleration for a punter. Has better accuracy. The problem is the Indiana Hoosiers are going after him right now. So it'll be interesting to see if we can actually get him or not. But we certainly have some ground to make up there. And the last person that I found is Joe Clark from West Pensacola, Florida. He's a number 89 ranked center. We did give him a scholarship. He doesn't look too good though. 49 overall. Probably won't be able to help us out too terribly much in the big scheme of things. But we are his first scholarship offer, though Syracuse looks like it's showing interest. They're starting to move up. So Joe Clark can at least be a depth guy for us. So with all that being said, next episode will be the last game of the regular season. We go on the road to play against the Bowling Green Falcons. Kurt Hurtstreak is rocking with them, but we do got some positive momentum though. We won 2 in 2 of our last 3 episodes, which is very encouraging to see. Let's see if we can finish this first season on a high note. But until then, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you smash that like button as well as hit subscribe if you're new. This is John J. Gaming on Mike, hoping that you guys are all having a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.